I've got such a treat for you. If you fancy working with me for a whole month, completely free, then get your butt over to she'saguidingstar.com after you finish this podcast episode, of course, and sign up to the membership because for a limited time, I'm offering this for free for a whole month. So we will get to know each other. I will get to help you and it will be amazing. I look forward to seeing you there. Today is the day you start becoming the self-compassionate, empowered, and motivated version of yourself that you always wanted to be. Are you ready to explore your untapped potential? Welcome to Untapped. I'm your host, Starla, and I'm about to help you reach your ultimate goals every time we chat and we tap. So let's go. It's time for you to take control of your life, and it starts today. Hiya, thanks so much for joining me again today. So today's episode, I thought I would talk about some energy practices that I've been incorporating into my daily structure recently and why I find them so incredible to use every single day and why I think you might benefit from them as well. So obviously, the first one is always going to be EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, also known as tapping. I absolutely love tapping. You know I do. However, it would not be my go-to for every circumstance or every situation. And I'm going to tell you why. I am crazy about meditation as well. And I'm very specific about my meditations. I like what I like. I know what works for me and I know what makes my soul sing, basically. And my go-tos are always going to be Joe Dispenza and Glenn Harrold. I absolutely love these guys. Joe's meditations especially just transport me. And if you've tried them yourself, then you really know how powerful they can be and what they can do to your life. They can really help you to quantum jump like you wouldn't even believe. So if you haven't ever tried a Joe Dispenza meditation, do give them a go because this guy is more than just a writer, honestly. Recently, I haven't been doing Joe Dispenza meditations every single day. I have been opting for these 10-minute meditations that I then build depending on how I'm feeling in that moment. I check in with myself. Do I want to do 20 minutes? Do I want to do 30 minutes? How do I feel? And I think that's really important, especially if you have a lot going on in your life and you really want to meditate and you really want to put yourself into that space, but you don't have an hour or 40 minutes to give to the practice right now. That's absolutely fine. You do you. Because when you don't do you, you will often find that you will fall off the wagon. Right? So we get really enthusiastic about starting a new energy healing practice and movement, and we really enjoy it. But then it's like, oh, really? I should probably be doing 40 minutes and not 20 minutes. And then we can start to fall into that place of that feels too heavy, that doesn't feel right for me. So actually, I'll just not do anything at all. We don't want that. All our days are different. And they all have their own challenges and their own benefits. So just go with the flow for what feels right for you. So my epiphany about meditation happened very recently. And I was sitting in this space doing this meditation, and I was using one of my favorite crystals, which is called Moldavite. It's not actually a crystal per se, it is a tektite. And I don't know why, but this specific piece really resonates well with me. I have a Moldavite necklace as well, and that piece doesn't feel as strong as this. Like, it cost me like 50 pounds, I think, maybe about 70-80 US dollars. And this piece seriously gives me something that no other crystal can give me. So I like to use that. And my Scully skepticism comes in sometimes when I'm using crystals. Like, they're beautiful and I know everything is energy, okay? I know all the specifics, all the basics here. I understand it. However, Do they actually do what they say they can do? So is an amethyst going to give you one thing and moldavite's going to give you another? And honestly, recently, I think that, they do give you different things, because when I work with different crystals, I definitely notice different changes. Some crystals are going to make me feel more balanced and more peaceful. Others are going to help me feel more energetic. And I don't know if I'm in a space in my life right now where I want to give myself completely to crystal healing. It's not really what I'm being called to. But I have noticed that they definitely do emphasize the meditation that I'm doing. So I'm sat there with my moldavite and I'm going into this meditative practice. And I just started to feel different. Not mentally, energetically. Energetically, I was shifting, I was changing. I could feel things happening. And after I came out of this meditation, I likened it to walking through a door, like opening that door, going into this room. And this room is there for you to recharge. There is so much positive energy depending on if you're using a specific crystal or you have a specific intention for that meditation. You're going to immerse yourself whilst you're in that room with that energy, and it's going to empower you. You are going to not only feel empowered, but feel supercharged. Then when you leave that room, you do not walk out the door you came in through. You walk out another door on the other side of a room. And it looks exactly the same, right? This space that you live in, the space that you started your meditation in, it looks exactly the same, but something has changed. Something has changed in you, which has created a different energy. So with that being said, when we go on holiday, for example, if we're going on holiday to escape our lives, our children, our our work, our businesses, we're not going to get much out of that holiday. If I go on a holiday, I want to go on holiday to experience different things that I couldn't normally experience had I not got on that plane, and flown somewhere else. I want to create new memories. And I realized that that's what meditation is for me. I can go on holiday whilst I'm sat on the floor and immerse myself in that beautiful recharging energy that you also receive when you go on holiday. And then come out of it just completely refreshed and rejuvenated and rebalanced. And that epiphany really changed things for me. When we meditate, it's taking that time for us to go on this little mini holiday to experience something really amazing and really cool, and then to bring that with us back into the room, back into our homes, back into the same country. Meditation is like lots of beautiful mini weekend breaks, just sprinkled throughout your month. And that is going to help you whenever you come into a circumstance where you need to kind of double down. You need to really have so much self-compassion and so much compassion for other people, and to be in a place where you can work out a solution to any challenge that you're facing. I just think that's beautiful. I think that's a beautiful way to immerse ourselves into a meditative practice, that it is completely benefiting us, even if we don't necessarily see the changes straight away. Know that being able to detach from this three-dimensional reality that we all live in and go into what a lot of people might call that five-dimensional reality is really, really, really nourishing. So I really suggest that you guys give it a go and see how it works out for you. The other thing I've been doing recently is body movement. So yes, of course, going for walks and everything and being out in nature and all the things that spark me up anyway. But I was looking deeper into my human design, which is something you might be familiar with. And if not, it's like a personality test, essentially. Like you put your details in and it'll tell you what your human design is. Much like MBTI, like the Enneagram, or just like your horoscope. But human design takes all of those things and puts them into one thing, which I really like. I don't need to look at all the different ones. I just have my human design and I go from there. And my human design is a generator, which I fucking love. I love being a generator. It literally means all I have to do is be positive and have fun with my life, just to find joy in everything and to enjoy life to the extremes. How amazing is that? It's like when I found my human design, it gave me permission to be a really incredibly happy person. And also said, you likely don't fit in with a lot of people because of it. You're not meant to fit in. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to kind of be there and show people the way, which I was just like, oh my God, well, this is amazing because I'm a coach. So this fits just perfectly together. And also by being in my design and living that energetic, positive life, I then give other people the ability to shine because I'm a generator. I generate energy. And when I generate energy, other people are able to use that energy for themselves as well. And it's funny. I was thinking, gosh, imagine if the world just worked on human design. If we all just knew which one we were and where we can help ourselves more and what we need to challenge ourselves more with and everything. I really think that people as a whole would just work with each other so much better. But I'm sure people say the same for MBTI as well and anything like that if we just stuck to the rules. But with human design, I basically have a sacral center. That is my area that I listen to intuitively, in a sense. So if something is presented to me, because I'm always meant to wait to respond to things, which it's a little bit of a challenge working yourself out in that respect. Like, well, I just have to sit on my ass and just wait for things to come to me. Absolutely not. That's not what I mean. But I am not a human design coach. So I would suggest that if you are interested and intrigued by human design, give it a Google. Loads of things will come up for you and you'll be able to work out what you are and see if that resonates for you. So in my design, where I wait to respond, in my sacral center, there will either be this like, oh, fuck yes, let's do this. This is going to be incredible. Or there's going to be a maybe or a no. And it's like an uh-huh and a nuh-uh. That's how people describe it. And if mine is a nuh-uh, I can challenge myself the next day or the next week and kind of keep going back to it. What about this? Nuh-uh. It's straight out no, basically. And a maybe for me is no as well. I can feel within my whole body if something feels good to me. I will just naturally start to lean more towards it. And if I really don't like something, I will pull back. It's really cool. It's really, really awesome. I also have my splenic area, which is more like my intuition. If you have had similar experiences, I have a very strong connection to my intuition. I know the difference between a fear response and a true intuitive response. And in my splenic area, it is able to connect to me in a way that no one else would ever be able to connect to me. It has all the answers, basically. It's like when people say intuition. So we just call it intuition. I have a very, very strong connection to that. And when I follow those cues it never steers me wrong. So human design was outlining all of this for me, saying, oh yeah, how about this? And did you know this? And did you know this? And I'm thinking, yes, I did actually, because I'm really in touch with myself and I understand all this. That this makes even more sense to me now that I'm seeing that it is my design profile. So I can be whoever I want to be. I do not need to stick to this whatsoever. But the basics of human design for me work perfectly. So I will always go by those. And as I was saying at the beginning in respect of human design, because of my sacral center, that's where we can store a lot of emotion. And it's important for me to move. So you will always catch me dancing in the kitchen. If you put some music on, I will be dancing in the kitchen. I cannot stand still. It just doesn't feel natural to me. And before I do my yoga practice, I will essentially, this might sound a little bit dirty, but I will just start to move my hips and move around and just follow where my body wants to go. So imagine this really beautiful snake, just kind of like moving around and just feeling into the energy around me. And also what's going on inside of me. What do I need to release? What is trapped inside right now in my hips, in my sacral center, or wherever? Like, it also helps me to rebalance my chakras as well, because I am just moving that energy out. I have that focus that I am releasing and I'm letting things flow. And it is so next level. It is so it makes you feel so alive. It makes you feel so connected to everything and everyone. And it's sexy. You really get into that flow, that feminine energy, like sexy, passionate flow. And even if you are not a human design generator, even if you have no interest in looking into human design, move your body, move it. Whatever way it wants to go with it. Because again, that is your intuition saying, hey, we need to do this. This is going to feel good. This is going to give us benefits that we had no idea were hiding within us. And it is so cool. It feels so good. Tell me what you think if you try that. It just literally, like, I will just kind of like sit on the floor, cross-legged, like in a kind of yoga stance or something like that. And I will just start to move my body. No music or anything, just the natural feel of the energy around me. And I will also make noises. If I feel called to release something from me vocally, then I will do that. And again, wow, it's such an intensely incredible release. So if you've never tried it before, go give it a go. So that is basically what I've been doing differently recently, incorporating into my daily practice. It doesn't take much, just like EFT, a short meditation. And also, I do yoga every day anyway. I would be lost without my yoga practices, right? It's going to keep me toned and strong and flexible and all those things, and keep me really, really healthy. Well, this body movement thing that I've started doing, this kind of sacral dance that I've started doing, I do that in the first few minutes before I start my yoga practice, and sometimes at the end as well. It only takes 2 or 3 minutes, but for such a short space of time, it's an incredibly powerful practice. So you can fit it in whenever and wherever you want. And that's what I love about energy practices. They do not come with any sort of a rule book. You just make it work for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know what you thought of this episode. And if you can, you feel called to, I would love you to leave me a review on Apple Podcasts because it helps me to just spread the word of positivity and optimism, and that people can heal themselves really easily, really quickly, and feel those benefits. And everybody wants that, right? So you're really helping me out. So thank you so much. Thank you for your support and have a fantastic week, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a thing. Your feedback is really important to me, so please leave a review and let me know what you think. Want to take your mindset mastery to the next level? Connect with me on Instagram and TikTok for tapping videos, exclusive content, and more. As an EFT Empress and Mindset Mastery Coach, I have even more to offer you through my membership program. Visit my website and join the community today. You can find me under the handle She's a Guiding Star on all my social media platforms. Don't miss out on the chance to make positive changes in your life and make them stick. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.